Years ago, I heard a great truism that your bank statement is a reflection of your priorities. Another important aspect is that your schedule will also reflect what matters most in your life. If you say that something is important or something that you really want to do matters, and it's not given the time or the attention, then you're chasing a dream. You're not truly living to fulfill your goals. In the Bible, Jesus reminds us that we will know people by the fruit they produce. And that's why this episode is called How's Your Fruit? In Matthew 7:18, and again in Luke chapter 6, verse 43, he says that a good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. And then again, the Apostle Paul speaks of the fruits of the Spirit in Galatians chapter 5, verses 22 to 23, where he says the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Aren't those worthy attributes to pursue in your life? I would love those to be the constant fruit, the constant harvest of my tree, because the fruit you produce is the product of your passion in many ways, the desires of your heart and your mindset and your perspective. Let me say that again, that the fruit you produce in your life is a product of your passion, your mindset, and your perspective. And this occurred to me too when I read in Proverbs 12, verses 27b, and this is in the Passion Translation, where it says a passionate person makes good use of their time, wealth, and energy. This directly, addresses those topics of time, treasure, and talent. Excuse me. And passion is really about what truly makes your heart sing. What do you really care about? And one of the ways Satan dilutes our efforts and undermines our relationship with God is to take us away from our passion. He lets us clutter up our time and our talents, pursuing what isn't truly valuable or meaningful for our God-given purpose. We're all designed with a God-given purpose. And Satan tends to lead us into fake promises and the alluring trappings of life away from God. Satan will always take God's words and twist them. He will take God's purpose for us and misdirect it. And what happens when he does that? So I found myself thinking about how different life is when we allow ourselves to be distracted by Satan versus staying on track and producing the fruitfulness that God so desires for us. And I think that, we have time for more entertainment, but not spiritual growth or formation. We have time for more socializing, but not necessarily for compassion and selfless service. We have time for more work, but not for rest or relationships. We have money for material possessions, but not for saving and stewarding or giving. We have money for more convenience and more comfort, but not for giving. We have money for more exciting experiences, but we don't invest it in fulfillment and growth and development. How often I've heard people say they can't afford to invest in themselves, and yet they have the money to invest in those things that don't produce fruit. We use our gifts and our talents for pursuing self-serving goals, but not for building the kingdom. And we increase our ego and identity while decreasing the space available for God in our lives. So keep in mind that your fruit reveals what kind of tree you have. So how's your fruit? And whatever time, talents, or treasure, you are in control of how you use what God has given you. He gives you the gifts, and he gives you the gift of free will. He asks you to seek him in everything so that you may produce good fruit. So good luck with your fruit today. Go take care of your tree. May God richly bless your day. Bye for now.